The greatest day of my life is here and now. I actually hope that statement is not true because then things just mean terrible things for the future.
Yeah, you're not in the best position right now outside of this specific
I
context.
am literally living with a leaking ceiling and almost every single electronic I own is broken.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
yeah,
did
no.
your electronics? Oh, like your non-gaming
Yeah,
stuff.
so somehow for just like the in terms of my extra projects, those are fine, thank God. But everything else is halfway destroyed. Not
Interesting. So
because
this
of
is the
my
game.
wait, what?
It seems a little bland. Like it just seems like a bunch of settings.
Oh God, really? I know I asked you to try, but that's the first joke you throw in. Really? That's a Lincoln
I
joke,
was,
man.
I wasn't joking. I was telling the truth. Not telling the truth. What's the phrase?
Trolling.
No. The word trolling has just been completely destroyed.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what happened?
Yeah, what a shame.
Well, is it?
No, I guess not, yeah. That can go in the trash bin of history.
Yeah, and we can ramble on about it when we're 93. I mean, we're not the same age, but like when. Well, actually, you know what? When you're 93, you'll start writing about it, then 94, you'll forget about it, and then when I become 93, I'll start writing about it, and you'll be like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, I like this future where I'm 93 years old and still ranting.
I don't know why I encourage that. But yes, this is the game that so many peons are just going on like if you want to throw your controllers because of the stiff controls, just like if you want to bang your head against the wall and play this game. Fools! Amateurs! You don't know anything! You've played like only a little bit and you guys in your eras of mid-air jumps that you
Oh
can
wow,
actually change.
you're already making combos.
Like, come on. It is not that. Okay, it can get really hard. But the levels that, from what I've seen so far, people have barely scratched the surface of this. And it's just so easy in the first stages.
Yeah, because I'm thinking this doesn't.
No, this is
Because
this is a
it's basically
tutorial
like.
stage basically. So I don't unless they're the who are those people? Not Game Explain. What were the people who couldn't get past Cuphead or person whatever the tutorial stage?
IGN?
Yes, yes. How could I forget? Unless it's them, I'm sure people probably got through the first four stages. Then again, they probably didn't know about the second tutorial stage. Even I don't know why it's called that though, considering. But we'll see that in a little bit. But yes, I am an absolute master at this game. This is my second favorite action game of all time. My first is the sequel to this game. So you can already
Oh
tell.
yeah, both games are bundled with the bundle, right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
thing is though, if you I cannot wait to get through everything, but it's going to take a while. And I don't just. You can't have everything because unfortunately I don't have the resources, well, resources in air quotes, to run long streams of this game. I'm already using
Yeah,
somebody
you
else's
should live
television
stream
for
it
it.
one day. Yeah, you should live stream it one day.
Yeah, I mean, my device can live stream, I just don't know if my computer can handle it. So when I do get a new computer, that I should probably try. Like not in the classical sense because I still don't know how people do that, and also in the case that the people in this house will never leave me alone for that long.
What was the original console for this?
PSP.
Because the background, I'm looking at the background and all I can think is Nightmare in Dreamland for some reason.
Oh, what do you mean for some reason? It's obvious why. Remember,
Yeah.
Nightmare and Dreamland had really great backgrounds, it seemed, and then Squeak Squad like turned that to 11. Though after going through Squeak Squad for a little bit, there are some controversial opinions that I may or may not have. But we'll get to that when we
Squeak
get to
Squad
that.
is incredibly like people talk about how Mass Attack is overlooked. Squeak Squad is overlooked despite being a normal game.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's almost painfully normal when I go back to it. It's
You could probably
almost
call
like
it
super
the
easy.
Nightmare and Dreamland of the DS games.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I like that.
I know
That's
it
nice.
has its place, but it's just like
Does that count as you losing lives?
Wait, what?
I'm seeing all like you have the 1,000 lives, right?
Yes.
Do those people exploding? Were those your lives?
No, those were the rest.
Okay.
You did read the text about explaining Prinny's, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I was wondering if we should have like done it out loud or something.
Well, it's already in text, and somebody.
Oh, this really is Nightmare in Dreamland.
We're not
The
in
entire
Dreamland
game's
now.
about this dessert.
This is no Dreamland of mine.
Yeah, this is the apple. This is the Nightmare World. Kirby's in Dreamland and Etna's in the night. They're the same world.
Oh god, I have a feeling you're gonna bring this up in multiple parts. It just feels like a thing you do.
This sounds like something I should have run with. Yes.
No, that's
It
not what I
sounds cute.
didn't say should. I just whatever.
Because I'm thinking these people are really lucky. Kirby doesn't just like he'd probably just like imagine Kirby versus Etna. I actually have no idea how strong Etna is.
It's weird, but she's like really, really powerful. The problem with this guy of power systems is that how characters in the Netherworlds work very wildly. So yeah, I wouldn't really be able to give you a good scope. Just know that she's like I'd say country destroyer, I guess.
I guess that's a good way to put it. I was gonna say what One Punch Man class would she end up in?
Oh, okay. Well, she's definitely not god level. What's the one before that? Dragon or dragon? I'd say demon, which is considering she actually is one, it works.
Yeah, good point. For some reason, this background is giving me Donkey Kong Country vibes.
Dude, you've selected like 1,000 other things just starting out. How are we going to keep doing this when these kind of backgrounds are just common?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that because Donkey Kong Country, you don't really see many other side-scrolling games with this how like cities, this treehouse motif. You don't really see that. I basically only saw that in Donkey Kong Country.
Also, did you get the fun there?
I missed it.
You literally couldn't have. It's on the side. It didn't move. It's called the Etna Chamber instead of the Antechamber.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, that. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't get that at all. I was just like, oh, the Etna Chamber. That's the name.
Okay, you're going to need to be a bit more cognizant of the nuances. There are a lot of nuances.
I'm gonna have to start reading this game like it's made by me. And suddenly I'm like, oh, that's a dumb pun I'd make.
Surprisingly, you're correct.
It's good to know.
Actually, I'd say that's a bit disappointing though in certain cases if you consider it. But whatever. Also, we seem to have wandering souls around. Somebody should really do something about that.
Nah. That's fine.
Really? That's the best you got? Yeah, that's fine. Not even a straight red answer or a yes and. We're 10 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the mechanics of this afterlife, so I was assuming it wasn't fine. But
I mean, you know part of the
not a
mechanics, so
big
they should
deal.
explain it at the beginning.
Oh, did they?
You said you were reading!
No, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not getting it. I'm gonna have to. Viewers. I'm going to be watching this video alongside you all, and it's going to be very entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
Is
Hello,
her name
Aramis.
Tutorial Manager? She should get that
No,
changed.
that's Aramis, and it's a boy. Um,
Oh.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly if they explained exactly what his relationship with Edna is, but in the original, let's just say pupil and leave
Oh
it
wow,
there.
that was a very long time between tutorial 1 and tutorial 2.
Well,
I guess there's a lot. It's a story-heavy game that sort of happens.
a lot of people don't even know about this stage going out, even though this is where you get the orbs to fill out your town. So yeah, this is basically I'd call it a 2 to 3 star stage in terms of difficulty. Because ironically, I'd say that the first area is actually, even up until like maybe evening, is actually less dangerous than this stage can be. But yes, this basically teaches you that you're going to need to chain stuff together to get to progress the harder areas. So yeah, I needed to keep that guy alive and hip drop off of him to get up to that level. And of course, as I've implied before, the jumps you have here are fixed. You take one, you commit to it. Granted, you have another double jump. Granted, you have a double jump, but that's
Oh
also
wow, I
fixed.
saw that you turn to attack, and then your jump just finished afterwards.
Yeah, attack automatically leaves you in a certain arc, and that actually is good for correction. Since it leaves you in the air, if you're certain that you can jump on something below you, you can just keep yourself there for a while. And that kind of movement is paramount to the later stages in the game. You are going to need to learn that this isn't just a ooh double jump kind of simple thing. Dash jumps are also very, very important. The problem is that they're more precise. If you dash jump onto a ledge, you have to hit the ledge exactly, or you're going to just drop off.
Right.
And trust me, especially in later stages, that's going to get dicey.
I was about to say, where does it show your life counter, but I see it, but it also says infinity because it's a tutorial stage.
So almost Mrs. Guy just need to manipulate the imp's AI to come over here. Manipulating enemy AI is also a big part of this game. Every enemy always reacts to you the same way. Granted, how the terrain works and like when they're attacked or your positioning will influence how they do it, but they'll always do it in the same way. If you approach an enemy in any stage from a certain angle and do the same type of attack, then they'll always do one thing.
It's interesting that I want to say it's a game where everything is incredibly fixed, and it's just the different situations you find yourself in that you're really adapting to, rather than, so you're not really adapting to new behavior, just like new enemies and new terrain.
Yeah. But I got most
I'm not sure how to exactly describe it, but I think you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got most of the souls here. Though I'm not sure, I forget the record manager, no, the music person was in that stage or in a later stage. Um, but yeah, the music person and the dimensional person can't, well, the music person I'm guessing, but the dimensional person is actually in the 8th stage. The thing is, though, is that I know that by heart because the area that you get it in is very, well, it's kind of cramped and sort of treacherous. So I always remember, okay, that's where it is, even just from the beginning. Especially since, in order to keep things going, you're going to need that dimensional manager, so you don't have to do the manual restarts each time. Because you can't replay a stage normally without the dimensional manager. And just in case you miss something, and by miss something I mean lucky dolls, you're gonna need it.
Right. So if you're doing like the replay manager thing, does that mean you don't lose lives when you're doing this special, or do you still lose lives?
The dimensional manager, you don't lose lives. Okay. The amount of lives you lose like still affects your ranking, but it doesn't take down from the 1,000.
Okay.
Also, the reason why I'm even like going to say it multiple times is because the button configuration is weird. What the button I usually use for back, which is the right button, is the accept button at this point, and it just keeps tripping me up. But yeah, I decided to start with the hardest morning stage.
Oh, so there's morning and night versions of each stage?
Morning, day, evening, twilight, night, and midnight.
Oh, and is the terrain, or it's just like different enemy
terrain and
placements?
enemies and length change.
It's actually a cool concept.
Yep. And once I do the revisits, you'll see how different it can get.
Alright. I'm assuming, is this a remake or a remaster?
It's a remaster.
Okay, so I assume that actually I think I remember, yeah, the backgrounds. Not the backgrounds, the tiles. Well, not the tiles, I guess they could say the terrain was 3D while the enemies weren't. I remember that now.
Well, the thing is also is that graphically, I'm just trying out the settings for my new device the first time, so maybe things should look better, but I just don't want to kill my computer in case.
I mean, I'm not seeing it at the full resolution anyways. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah. The thing is though is that if you actually remember, if you actually know the terrain, you can use a dash jump to skip this entire sequence. It's just that it's been a long time since I've played this game, so some things don't exactly stick. So I probably would have run into those fireballs instead of memorizing the exact area in which it was okay to hip drop. But oh well. The stage's timer takes the vehicles into account, so it's not like this is the easy mode, the easy travel or whatever. They expect you to take this, so if you can skip it, then that's just kudos for you.
Right. You almost fell.
No, I had that completely under control. And I'm not even saying that like sarcastically or just like whimsically.
Oh no, I wasn't being snippy, I was just saying the jump. But yeah, that's good then.
Masterful skills that are about to go down the drain as I try to get the rhythms, because I used to have rhythms for these bosses. But not only is it weird that I'm doing this with a controller that feels different in my hands, but so I can't button mash as fast naturally. as I need to get back into the rhythm of it.
Yeah. Do these like these norm because like everyone treats does everyone treat Prince badly or just Edna?
Yes, yes, they do.
So you'd think they'd be all weirded out that this random Prince is just beating all of them?
Oh, they are. I mean, they they'll have their own specific comments.
Hmm. Okay. I mean the well I guess in canon it's not just one, it's 1,000. But I was saying the one that's doing this should be like knighted or something, or but
Well, he is the leader. They said
technically
so at the beginning. I mean, until he dies. So yep,
oh
forgot.
that was great timing. That was great timing.
Yep, I forgot. Just like double jumping is not the way there. And the thing is with Li Shanglong is that you have to hit the cores before he makes himself vulnerable. But I completely forgot about how this works.
How many hits do you have before oh, okay, how many hits do you have before you get because I saw you're taking hits.
You have 4. You can replenish hits depending
Oh,
on certain combo
am I
stuff.
seeing those stashes at the top corner? Yeah. Okay.
The thing is, I am being reckless because, I know I have these hits, but it's...
Is there a meta in like how many lives you can afford to lose before how long? Like
Well,
keep talking has a thing where if you get any strikes before you're halfway into a big bomb, you have to start over
no,
because it's impossible with the timer.
well, the grade is dependent on overall time and the lives lost in the amount, but they're usually generous with the lives lost because bottomless pits are also a thing. So if if you if the time if the grade goes down because of that, forgot he had that attack at his desperation. If the grade goes down because of lives lost, then you really need to plan out your thing a bit better because they're very generous.
Right.
But
I like that background. I don't know why, I like how this game looks.
yeah, it could look better if they gave it like actual normal remastered / remake treatment. But even though I
I
am
mean, I understand the idea of not everything needs a remaster, not everything needs a remake, some things can just be remastered.
that,
Like,
yeah, I
people
know,
saying,
but
yeah, it's fine that Mario 64 and Sunshine were just remastered.
yeah, but I mean like in terms of texture cleaning and such, like this is kind of lazy.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be on a bigger screen, and then even still, it's going to be
You
on a
can
huge
see the
screen. I
aliasing
mean,
on Li Shanglong's horn.
yeah, I can see that right now. I mean, who would be playing Prinny can I really be the hero on their 4K screen?
That is a good point.
I mean, I don't remember how. I guess this is my last thing, which I guess we'll figure out next time is the matchup of handheld mode versus console mode. I think I remember a lot of people used to just use it as a console a lot more than people expected, but I don't know any concrete numbers.
Hmm.